it's your boy Dre, and I know that I've been gone for a while, but I've just been spending time with my family because, you know, it's good to spend time with your family because you never know if something happened to them one day. You will want to spend time with them. You want to cherish the time that you have with them. So I've just been laying low and chilling with my family. But in today's video, I am going to be reacting to she's cheating on both of them. Crazy Insane by this man called UDY. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video in 3, 2, 1.
So, for this video, we decided to rent out a multi-million-dollar house on Malibu Beach. It was literally inches away from the freaking water, but honestly, I don't know why someone would even build a house that close to the water. Yeah, I honestly hate to spoil it and everything, although it's a very beautiful view. I don't think I could live here, though. Imagine a tsunami came right now. Oh, yeah. Dead. God. But anyways, the reason we rented that house was because we were working with this guy named Will. Now, William has a girlfriend named Jessica, and she's actually already cheating on him. Yes, Will knows for a fact that Jessica is already cheating on him, but unfortunately the only evidence that he has is some text messages and some old pictures of her and her side guy. So that's why we rented out the house, in order for my friend Yokes to not just hit on Jessica, but to hook up with her. Yes, the plan was for Yokes to hook up with Jessica in order for Will to catch her red-handed and then confront her. Now here's the even bigger twist. The reason we chose Yokes to be the one to hook up with Jessica is because he's actually her side guy. Jessica is cheating on Will with Yokes, or is it the other way around? Is she cheating on Yokes with William? You guys are gonna find out, but you guys have to pay attention because the storyline for this video doesn't start days nor weeks, but months before we even rented the house in Malibu. Yes, let's go. It all kicks off in December of last year with this DM that Jessica sent Yokes. And it was a very innocent DM, but then that innocent DM eventually evolved into a much more serious conversation, and then that conversation evolved into a relationship. Now fast forward to January 15th of this year. Yokes was making a new song with his very good friend, Nikki Page, and he invited me and my team to come over, have a beer, eat some pizza, and just chill while he and Nikki worked on their song. But we weren't the only friends that Yokes invited. Obviously, he invited more of his friends to come, and he also invited Jessica. And that day, ladies and gentlemen, was the first time I officially met her. But what's crazy is that neither she nor Yokes even mentioned that she watched our videos or that they even met because of the videos. It was all just what you can call normal. But after that day, I only ever saw Jessica one more time when Yokes came over, and then that was it. Now fast forward to late March. Yokes hits me up saying something like, "Yo, remember that girl Jessica who I brought to the studio the one time you came? I think she's a gold digger, my guy. We should test her." It took me a couple seconds to understand exactly who he was talking about, but when I did, I replied laughing because it was honestly funny and ironic. But then Yokes explains everything to me, but as opposed to me reading this to you, I just had Yokes record a video of himself explaining how he came to this conclusion.
To make a long story short, about a week after I left the studio, Jessica and we kind of went on like a little break, okay? So we didn't see each other for a couple of weeks, like maybe even a month, I can't remember exactly. But I hit her up again and I said, "Hey, what's up? How have you been?" We reconnected, we hung out again. Then I found out she had a boyfriend.
Ooh.
I do a lot of trading on my phone, right? This one day, my phone happened to die. Jessica was there. I said, "Hey, can I borrow your phone for, a second to get on there?" So I get on the phone, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, a text message comes in from a guy named Will. And I'm like, who the fuck is Will? I take the phone to the bathroom. I do a little more searching. I just look through these texts with Will, and I find out, this is her boyfriend. They're dating. So I'm kind of like, what the heck, man?
And then thanks to Yokes' quick thinking, he writes down Will's number and then sent it to me. That way I can get in contact with him. And I do. So it's now the first week of April, and after a little back and forth conversation with Will, he finally agrees to meet us. So we choose a random park that was halfway between the both of us, and then we head out.
Hey, man.
Yo, is this you right there at the tables?
Yeah, I'm at the table.
Okay, awesome. This is us right here in the car. We got cameras rolling and everything, if that's cool. We're just going to walk up with him rolling.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Okay, we get get to the park and I now step out of the car and begin walking over to Will. I greet him, I apologize for the circumstances that we're meeting under, and then I take a seat and begin just getting to know him a little more. It turns out Will is actually from Florida, and he just recently moved to LA in October of last year in order to pursue an acting career. And he just turns out to be a really cool guy and much more friendlier than I expected. Then I proceed to asking him when and how he met Jessica, and he tells me that he met her through social media, and the first time they ever talked was sometime in January, and they started dating in March. So now that we got the full picture, let's take a look at our timeline and see who Jessica is actually cheating on. Will moved to LA to pursue acting in October of last year, and Yoke started talking to Jessica for the very first time in December. They had a break around late January, but then reconnected in early March and are together until today. So if Will first started talking to Jessica in January, then there's a very high chance that he started talking to her when she was already dating Yoke's. But hey, you know what? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that she started talking to Will after she and Yoke split. Well, in that scenario, since Will says that she and Jessica started dating in March, then there's a pretty high chance that when Yoke's reconnected with Jessica, Jessica was already dating Will. So, in other words, chances are she's cheating on both of them. But anyways, I then show Will all of the evidence that we have so far, and I explain to him that I don't believe it's going to be enough for him to confront her with just that evidence, because at the end of the day, she could just deny it and say that it happened a long time ago, and technically, she wouldn't be lying. However, he had another option. Will could have someone hit on Jessica, we can record it, and then he'll have that recent evidence of her cheating on video.
I'm down. I'm down to do this. Okay. I need to have the last laugh.
So he's down, and I tell him that the one who has to hit on Jessica has to be Yokes. Because remember, the whole reason that Yokes and Jessica even met in the first place was because of these videos, which means that she watches them, which means that if we just have this random guy hit on her in like this $1 million home, she's obviously gonna catch on. You know, she might still suspect Yokes, but honestly, I think the chances are slimmer because she would have probably expected him to test her like back in January. Like, not now. So when he accepts and understands, I then suggest the idea of Yokes hooking up with Jessica. Yes, I suggested that. But here's why. All we need is recent recorded proof of Jessica cheating on Will, right? So why not just get straight to the point? And by hookup, I just meant a kiss. I didn't even mean like a makeout or anything like that. It just had to be a kiss long enough to where it's clear that Jessica is into Yokes. And crazy enough, Will concurred.
You know what? At this point, I don't even care. Tell Yokes to do whatever he has to do. I'm done with this.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. Tell him to do whatever he has to do.
Positive.
I don't care about this girl anymore. I'm trying to forget her. At this point, I just want her to get caught.
So Will said that he didn't care and that Yokes could do whatever he wanted to do, but honestly, I think he did care, because when I told him that we were filming this weekend and that he should meet us at the house, he actually said that he did not want to be there.
I don't want to be there for that. I don't know how I'm gonna react or whatever. I already know that she's messing around with this guy.
But you don't want to be there to like listen at least to like what she says. Like, what if she says something about you or something? I don't know.
I don't want to be there, dude.
You're positive.
I'm positive.
Even if we reschedule, we can make it work, man. We can make it work where you are there.
I can't be there for that. I don't want to see that shit.
So yeah, like I said, I think deep down inside Will still somewhat cared and stuff. But in the end, he still gave us the okay to gather all the evidence on our own and for Yokes to do whatever he wanted to do. And so that became the new plan. We were going to still catch Jessica in the act, only that we were going to record it and then show it to Will later. So the weekend finally comes, and we arrive to the multi-million-dollar Malibu home. The first step, as always, is to establish our game plan and begin looking for good places to hide our cameras. You're going to tell her room is that one right there. And you're going to tell her that this one is off limits, because we're going to be in this one. Yeah, this is going to be the hideout room right here. Since Jessica is one of the only people that we're testing who actually watches our videos, we had to make sure that the cameras were hidden very, very well. We got pretty creative with it, too. We even hid one in like a paper bag and stuff. It was pretty awesome. But day turns into night, and Jessica calls Yokes to let him know that she just got to the house.
Okay, cool. I'll be there in a sec.
Okay, so you might be wondering how we managed to get Jessica to the house. Well, here's how. Remember that song that Yokes was recording with Nikki? Well, they originally planned to postpone it for the summer, but I begged them, literally begged them to finish it within these 2 weeks that we were planning this video, because I felt it was just the perfect and most believable reason to get Jessica to the house without her questioning or suspecting anything. So we had Yokes text her telling her that he rented out a house in Malibu for the weekend in order to throw a party for finishing that song. He told her that the party was planned for Sunday night, but he was going to get there on Saturday night, and that she should come over Saturday night as well to chill, sleep over, and then help him set up for the party on Sunday. And it worked. The plan went off without a hitch. Jessica was stoked and down to help. So as Yokes heads to the front door to get Jessica, we hit record on all the cameras, and then we head to the room to hide. Any minute now, Yokes was going to walk in through the door with Jessica, bring her in line of all of our cameras, and then just start smooching away.
How was the drive?
The The traffic was not that bad, actually.
It was a little hard to find, huh?
Yeah,
The street's busy. Here, you can just put this over here.
Okay.
So Yokes re-enters the home with Jessica. He tells her where her room is, and then they head to the balcony to talk instead of kissing.
Yeah, check it out. You gotta check this out.
Okay.
We're literally on the ocean right now.
Really?
The whole time, guys, I didn't have headphones, so I couldn't hear exactly what they were saying, and I tried listening through the door, but it was still hard to hear him over all the waves. But it didn't really matter because I just expected them to kiss at any moment and Yokes to come in through the door and be like, mission accomplished.
Dude, this is so cool.
Right?
Oh my goodness. It's literally like right there.
Would you jump in right now?
No.
You wouldn't?
But as opposed to making things quick like I thought he would, Yokes walks back into the house and instead of kissing Jessica, he offers her a beer.
You want something to drink? I got some beer.
Yeah. What kind,
Cool.
though?
I got Coronas.
In my head, I was thinking, though, you know what? Maybe Yokes is just taking it slow. Maybe he needs to warm up and stuff. Or maybe he just feels a little bit uncomfortable kissing her on camera. Regardless, though, I was very confident that within a good 15 to 20 minutes, we would have the evidence that we needed. But man, I couldn't have been more wrong.
You know, I appreciate you coming over to help me plan it out, because I need a girl to kind of obviously help me with planning. I'm not the best party planner, but...
I felt like Yokes had and was missing every single opportunity to just go in for the kiss and just finish this thing, but instead, he just chose to talk and drink with her. He then decides to take Jessica over to the couch and talk some more. He shows her the new song that they're supposedly celebrating tomorrow, and they keep on talking. And then, to put the cherry on top, Yokes decides to take her to dinner.
I think there's a sushi spot on the water, just like a mile down the road. We can go there.
At this point, I grew a little bored. This wasn't how this was supposed to go. I began thinking to myself, you know what, maybe Yokes just got cold feet or feels bad for William and doesn't want to kiss her anymore. But then I started thinking, you know what if Yokes still likes Jessica and doesn't want to expose her anymore? Well, the good news was I was about to get an answer to my questions because they both get up to get ready for dinner and Yokes walks into the room and finally gives me an update.
We were talking about the party tomorrow that we're going to have for the song, but we're going to go get some dinner, have some drinks, come back here, and I told her we're going to go skinny dipping. And she was down.
What?
Everything made sense at that moment. Yokes hadn't pulled his move yet because he wants to take her skinny dipping.
I was like, yo, I've never been skinny dipping before. Are you down to go?
You are such a liar.
I swear to God, bro. While we're out on the deck, I was like, yo, have you ever been skinny dipping before? And she's like, no. I was like, me neither. Are you down to go? And she was like, yeah. Like, first 5 seconds we were...
Okay, so apparently they had this conversation while they were on the balcony.
Yo, what we should do... Have you ever been skinny dipping before?
No.
Me neither. We may have to go skinny dipping. I'm down to do it if you're down to do it. It's gonna be freezing, but...
Do it.
There's no way.
She was
There's
serious.
no way you know she said
Bro, she was dead serious.
She
She had a
definitely
big old
cheated.
smile on her face.
Alright, I'm gonna be real. I don't think this is gonna happen. I think Jessica took it as a joke. Would you do it?
I mean... I'm down.
But okay, we'll see if this actually happens. But for now, Yokes finishes getting ready and then he steps outside to meet Jessica, who has already changed. Before they leave, Yokes offers her another drink, but instead of going to the fridge to grab a beer, he instead reaches for the cabinet and pulls out some tequila and they take a shot. And okay, maybe that tequila shot brings them closer to actually going skinny dipping. But they walk out of the house, Yokes texts me when they're in the car, and then now I'm free to step outside. The first thing I do is I shut off our cameras. I mean, I figured that since Yokes no longer has any plans to kiss her inside of the house, and instead is planning on going skinny dipping with her outside, then there's really no reason to have them rolling anymore. But it's now been about an hour and 15 minutes, and I get a call from Yokes letting me know that he's on his way back.
Like 23 minutes, I'll be open.
Do I feel bad that Yokes was planning on going skinny dipping with Jessica? Honestly, no, I don't, because I knew it wasn't going to happen. It was all just talk. What we did need to happen still, though, was for Yokes to kiss Jessica. So I reset up just one camera by the door to capture that moment.
Okay, text me when you're out front. That way I can hit record and hide.
He's not doing it. There is no way in hell that he's freaking doing this. He's not doing this. So, Yokes and Jessica walk back into the house, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, a part of me actually was starting to think that they were gonna end up going skinny dipping. However, for the next 15 minutes or so, all I could hear was just them talking, listening to music, and taking shots. So that's when I came to the conclusion of, okay, you know, maybe the skinny dipping is not gonna happen. But they end up taking another shot, and with that much liquor in their system, I was now positive that at any minute they would start hooking up and our camera outside would record everything. And lo and behold, I was right. Or at least, I thought I was right because I couldn't hear anything. The waves were loud, but since I heard no talking at all, I thought that these two were interlocking lips and stuff. I figured in a couple seconds I would hear one of them laughing and talking or something like that. I even figured that they might have gone into the bedroom and, you know... But seconds turn into a minute, and a minute turns into 5 minutes, and 5 minutes turn into 10 minutes, and then I'm like, yo, what's really happening? Either these guys are having the longest makeout session in the world, or something else is going on.
Did they leave? I can't tell.
So I decided to take a huge risk and peek my head outside, but still, I could hear nothing but the ocean. So then I take an even bigger risk, and I start walking outside. And that's when finally I hear faint voices, but not coming from inside the house or the bedroom, but from the ocean.
Actually going skinny dipping.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Yokes and Jessica actually went skinny dipping.
No, I'm nervous.
I'm low-key nervous, too. These waves sound pretty big. Yo, this is gonna be crazy.
I was honestly at a loss for words. I did not expect it to happen. Talk about Yokes taking it to the next level.
Yo, you ready?
I'm so nervous. Yeah.
No. Let me see your towel.
I had no idea exactly how long they were going to be out there, so I decided to just play it safe and make sure a camera was still recording and then head back to the room. Again, I was just shocked and speechless.
This man is really going skinny dipping with her.
Hey, you gotta take off your clothes. Skinny dip. Okay, I'll turn it off.
So about 10 minutes or so later, Jessica and Yokes return from their little date. I can just barely hear them coming in, but Yokes heads to his restroom to take a piss, and Jessica asks him if after he's done, he could show her how to use her shower. And so that's where he heads when he finishes, and this is where things get a little more interesting. See, Jessica wants to shower because she feels dirty from the ocean. However, Yokes is telling her not to. Instead, he tells her to kick it on the couch with him and then shower. I'm assuming that he's telling her this because he's finally gonna kiss her on camera like he should have done at the very beginning of the video. But listen closely to what happens next.
Nah, come out here. Let's hang
Dude,
out.
I'm so sandy. No, I gotta go shower.
We just got out of the shower, pretty much. Let's just chill for a second.
No, I'm sandy.
You want to shower right now?
Yeah, we just were in the water. It's so sandy. I'm gonna shower, okay? You can join me if you want.
I can join you? I can join you?
Yeah, just bring the drink.
They end up showering together! What is Yokes thinking?
Alright, I'm down. I'm coming in.
This man is on another level! But that's not all, because there is one last surprise. After about 15 minutes of showering, Yokes comes back into the room with a huge grin on his face. Because I couldn't really hear what was happening through the door, I asked him to clarify things. So he does, and I was utterly shocked. But then he gets up and he starts changing and getting ready, and I'm like, yo, how are you getting ready for, man? And he tells me,
You're in here alone tonight because I gotta go take care of that. I mean, what am I supposed to do? She wants me to go in there and cuddle with her.
So Jessica now wants to cuddle with Yokes, and honestly, I should have seen this coming. I did think about stopping Yokes from sleeping with her, but I figured, you know what, the damage is already done. He was too far in, and nothing I say to him could possibly stop him now. I thought about Will, and how different and how far things would have come had he been here. Then I thought about what he said to me.
Tell Yokes to do whatever he has to do. I'm done with this girl.
Did this fall under the whatever Yokes has to do, or did we just take Will's statement out of context? When the next morning came and Yokes texted me that he was taking Jessica out to breakfast and then breaking the news to her that he's supposedly canceling the party, I went under the house to look at the ocean, and all I could think about was how I was going to tell Will exactly what happened last night. Should I tell him before he saw anything, or should I just let him see everything? Or should I just tell him but not show him anything? At the end of the day, I figured, you know what, Will wanted this. I wouldn't be sparing him by omitting the truth. So I decided to text him that I didn't care what he was doing and what plans he had, but he needed to see everything and confront Jessica today. So it's now 5 p.m. and Will was able to make it to my office. Yokes makes it there too. And like I said, I then let Will watch everything.
We're gonna shower, okay? You can join me if you want.
You guys showered together?
They went skinny dipping, they showered together, and then after the shower, they slept together.
Yokes, are you kidding? You couldn't have just stopped it at the skinny dipping? You had to go and shower. You had to go and shower with her.
That's what she wanted.
You had to go and shower with her, for real.
That's what she wanted to do.
Obviously, Will didn't take what Yokes did with Jessica too well, but after he was done watching everything, he ended up getting up and heading to the back to let off some steam. He wasn't like super pissed, but it was still obvious that he was upset. So Yokes decided then to walk over to explain his actions.
You didn't have to fucking fuck her, bro.
Bro, I had to do it to prove a point, bro, because at the end of the fucking day, dude, if I didn't do it, then you probably still be with her. If I just had her over and just flirted with her, you probably would have still been with her and not realized
She's skinny dipped with you. Why the fuck did you need to fuck her,
but
bro?
I don't know, dude. It wasn't. I'm no hard feelings, man.
Bro,
She's
you're
not worth it, bro. Hey, she's not worth it, man. She's not worth it, bro. Do you still want to be with her? Think about this, bro. She was gonna do that regardless. You don't even want to be with that girl, bro.
How do you
She's
know
not
she was gonna
worth
do that
it,
shit
bro.
regardless?
Because she already wanted to get naked and go in the fucking water.
You're right, but you didn't have to fucking go in the bed with her, dude.
I needed to prove the point. I'm sorry, man. Shit got out of hands. I didn't mean for it to end up like that. That's just how it ended up.
Whatever, bro.
We used to talk, man. I don't know what you want me to say.
Fucking the relationship.
We used to talk, bro. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. She's not worth it, bro. That's all you gotta know. She's not worth it, dude.
So at this point, to let tensions cool, we decided to separate them. So we sent Yokes back to the front and we let Will chill in the back.
Well, this shit's gonna be crazy.
After a couple of minutes, though, Will was finally ready to move on.
So what's next? What the fuck? What's next?
So 6:30 p.m. comes and we get ready to confront Jessica. When Yokes texted me in the morning that he was grabbing breakfast with Jessica, I texted him back telling him that we needed to confront her tonight. So I told him to tell Jessica 3 things. 1, that I was supposedly down to film a music video for his new song. 2, that he wanted her in this music video. And 3, to come to the office, that way all 3 of us could brainstorm ideas for this video. And well, in about 15 to 20 minutes, she should be getting here. So we set up a camera inside, this time in plain sight, and then we proceeded stepping outside to wait for Jessica to arrive. We end up hiding by some dumpsters that give us perfect cover, and that's where we patiently wait to make our move.
Nervous? Not at all.
No?
What the fuck? I don't have anything to be nervous about.
You know exactly what you want to tell her?
I'm gonna tell her that she's a fucking slut and that she deserves everything that's coming her way.
A couple more minutes go by and we continue to wait. Yokes texts her for an update, and apparently she's running a little bit late.
Check it, this is so cool. This thing has a little crack that I can see right through.
So we wait some more and more and more and more. But finally, after almost 20 minutes of waiting, Jessica finally arrives. She greets Yokes, and it's now or never for William to make his move. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought this whole video was crazy, then you have absolutely no idea what crazy is because you haven't seen this part. So I'm gonna give you just 5 more seconds to grab some Takis to munch on while you watch it because you guys already know. This shit's gonna be good.
How you doing? We want to have a conversation with you really fast.
What the fuck are you doing
Oh
here?
my god, is this what I think it is?
I asked first. What the fuck are you doing here with Yokes?
Is this what I think it is?
This is exactly what you think it is.
Alright, well if that's the case, then I don't want to fucking do this. I'm out.
No, not until we have our fucking conversation.
No,
you know what
it's
the
not.
fuck you did.
I don't
Now
want to
tell
be
me, when the
here.
fuck did you
Where
start
you
being a
going,
hoe?
Jessica?
You know what? No, we're not fucking doing
Where the
this.
fuck are you going?
I want to leave.
The only exit is at the front. There's nothing back there. That exit is locked and blocked.
Fucking exit.
There is no exit. The only
I don't
exit's at
wanna
the
do
front.
it. There is no conversation. I don't want to do this here in front of everyone. This is ridiculous.
So because Jessica has watched our videos already, she knew exactly what was going on.
Can you please
You
move?
think I'm just gonna let you go just like that after all that shit you did?
Jessica, look. So you know what we do? You know the kinds of videos we make? This is exactly what you think it is and stuff. Like, don't you feel like after everything that happened between you and Yokes at the house in Malibu, don't you feel like you owe your boyfriend like an explanation? Anything?
Don't you feel like you should stay out of it, Sergio? Huh?
Okay, I don't know how long it's been since Jessica has seen one of our videos or if she's even subscribed to our channel still or not, but if she was, today we definitely lost her as a sub.
Like, what are you doing fucking with people's lives? Is this what you do? Is this the only thing you fucking do? Go get a real job. Go Uber people. Help
We
instead of
fuck
hurt.
with people. You're the one.
fuck
Yo, we
my
did
life.
this to prove a point. You're the one that's fucking with people. You're fucking with him.
I make mistakes. I don't fuck with people's lives.
Oh, so that's what this was? That's what this shit was, a fucking mistake, huh? A giant big mistake? Fucking skinny dipping, showering together, having sex? That doesn't seem like a fucking mistake
You know
to me.
what? You put me in this situation. If anything, it's your
I put
fault
you in
for
this-
enabling
it's my
it.
fault.
You enabled
Yo,
it.
it would have happened either way, whether it was with me or somebody else.
Oh, so I enabled the shit. I was the one who made you fucking strip down and fucking skinny dip with him. I was the one who forced you to fucking shower with him. I was the one who made you spread your legs wide fucking open while he fucked you,
You gave
and had
me no
sex with him.
choice.
You had sex with him, and I'm the
gave
fucking
me
reason.
no
It was
choice.
my fault. I enabled that shit when you could have just walked away and left.
Why would you put me in this situation? situation to begin with. You wanted him to hit on me. You wanted me to drink alcohol. You wanted it to happen.
Do you think we actually want this to happen right here?
Yeah, so you can get your dumbass views. Because this is entertaining. You enjoy this. You enjoy fucking with people's lives.
What Jessica is doing is called deflecting. It's often considered a narcissistic tactic. Basically, she's trying to shift the attention away from what she did and point it to what others do. And if you pay attention, she does it throughout the entire conversation.
I didn't have another fucking choice. I didn't have another choice.
You had a fucking choice. You had a choice. You could have chosen not to do anything with him.
But you set me up. You put me through this. You wanted it to happen. You wanted him to flirt with me. You wanted me to drink alcohol. And you wanted it all to happen.
Oh.
In fact, why are you so mad at me when he's the one that had sex with me knowing I was in a relationship? You're okay with me fucking another dude. I don't see you pissed at him.
Right now, that's it. I'll deal with him later. This is a fucking ploy to expose you. You're a fucking gold digger.
Really? Did he tell you that he hit me up first?
That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. You hit me up first.
Also, did he tell you that he asked me to break up with you as soon as he found out I was dating you?
That's not even true.
That's bullshit. You know you're fucking lying.
That's why everything happened that happened last night, right?
You know what happened last night? Happened because you took advantage of me.
Really? You're gonna try to play that card? I took advantage of you? Don't even try to pull that card. Are you serious? That's what you're gonna say right now?
Drink after drink, beer after beer, shot after
Jessica,
shot.
you're still deflecting. Like, you're just deflecting. It's like, just come clean. Just admit to it.
We have it. You have the evidence. Oh, okay. Well, you can believe what you fucking want to believe. Believe what you want, but I know what happened.
You're a fucking idiot if you think anyone's gonna take your side on this
I don't
shit.
give a fuck. You have your side of the story, and I have mine.
So you believe that you're not a hub. Is that it?
Here's what happened. You asked me to come in the shower with you. You asked me to sleep and cuddle with you that night, and you were down to go skinny dipping.
You know what? No.
Jessica, earlier you mentioned that we fuck with people's lives. Did we fuck up your life, or did we fuck up your plans to fuck them over?
You know what?
What was it? Is that why you're mad at me?
I'm about to throw this shit at you if you don't stop talking.
Throw it at me. It's a freaking shit. It's not good.
Stop talking. Stop getting involved. I want out. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You know what? Move. I'm gonna fucking call the cops. Let me out.
What
You know what
the fuck are you
I'm meant to
arguing
do?
for?
You set me up and I fell into your trap.
I set you up and it fucking worked.
Yeah, you're right. You set it up because you wanted it to happen as an excuse to break up with me. So newsflash,
So
I
admit
did.
the shit.
I
Admit what the fuck you did.
Yeah.
Now you're saying it's an excuse.
Admit what the fuck you did.
You are just deflecting and deflecting.
Yeah,
and deflecting.
like
Just
show
show everyone who the fuck you really are. You're just
I
fucking,
fucked him.
You're fucking
because
disgusting.
I fell
You're
for your
fucking
trap and I did.
Get the fuck out of here, you
Let
psycho
me out.
bitch, bro.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
Thank you guys for making it to the end of this freaking crazy video. If you guys really liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Like, it shows you guys care. You know, we spent so much time on this video. Also, here's my Instagram. Be sure to follow me there if you don't already follow me. And don't forget to check out the new Fire merch. Every single time we upload, it's going to be on sale for $5. Yes, just $5 freaking for some high quality Fire merch. And last thing, in case you guys were curious about the song that Yokes made in this video, well, here it is. He didn't want to drop it until this video dropped, so I'm leaving the link to it in the description below. Please go show it some love and enjoy it.
It's a Friday night, and we on the move. Yeah, we on the grove. Yeah, that's all we do. One more.
Man, I can't believe it's people that will try to use you for your money. If you're a big YouTuber or a big influencer in people's lives, they'll try to use you for your clout. They'll give you what you want just so they can use you. And honestly, that's why so many people is afraid to date or, you know, open up to some people. But if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all want to see next, and I'll make sure that I'll see it. So if y'all like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.